often happen in our country. We can easily find disaster news in some mass media such as newspaper, magazine, and also the online media. Many people was die because of disaster. But disaster is not only treat Indonesia country. Other countries such as Philippines, Thailand, China, Japan, and also United States are also disturbed by disaster. But they can minimizing the casualty and minimizing the economic losses caused by disaster. That's because their society have the high level of disaster preparedness. What is disaster preparedness? This is based on Health Ministry of Republic Indonesia in 2006. Disaster preparedness is all activity to minimize the casualty, minimize the economic losses, and minimize the psychological shock to the victim of disaster. And now, how about our society? Do they have the high level of disaster preparedness? Is there any program that can increasing their disaster preparedness level? And how to implement that program? I'm Azka Fathiyatir Rizqillah from Diponegoro University, and I'm standing here would like to tell you about my scientific paper, which is the title is The Application of Community Development Program on the Basis of Disaster Preparedness to Increase Disaster Preparedness Level in Indonesia Society. Well, ladies and gentlemen, disaster is treat us everywhere and every time, especially for us as Indonesia society, because Indonesia is located at the Pacific Ring of Fire, which is consists of several number of active volcano mountain and at the juncture of 4 tectonic plates in the world. That make our country is very prone to disaster. As because our country is very prone to disaster, our society should have the high level of disaster preparedness. But in the fact, our society disaster preparedness level is still low. Ladies and gentlemen, many data reported about Indonesia disaster preparedness level. First data is come from United Nations in 2010. They reported that Indonesia is the second-ranked country with the highest casualty and the highest economical losses caused by disaster. And one indicator to measure disaster preparedness level in the community is based on the number of casualty and the number of economic losses caused by disaster. So here, we can conclude that our disaster preparedness level is still low. Second data is come from mass media Kompas. They reported that Indonesia people is still uncooperatively in disaster management case. When disaster is coming, Indonesia people is still like to save their motorcycle or their television than save their own life. As a person who have the high level of disaster preparedness, they should make a good decision. Do they have to save their television first or their life first? So we totally can conclude that our disaster preparedness level is still low. And now, what we can do? Do we only keep silent? Of course not. As university students and university functionaries, we can do many things. And here, I propose you a program to increasing disaster preparedness level in our society through empowering the university students at the community development program. I propose you the comprehensive program. So here, I will propose you the stage to implement this program. There are 4 stages. The first stage is about the briefing of university students. So before student is going to the community area, they were coached and giving preparation about the concept of disaster and the basic skill that is needed in disaster management. So when student is going to the community area, they were excellent in disaster management case. The second stage is about application of this program. In this stage, students will make an assessment first to the community, and after that, they make the program to increase disaster preparedness level in that community. The program such as the education, the training, and the simulation of disaster. And the third stage is about the feedback and the evaluation. The feedback is come from the community itself to know is it the program is effective or not. And the last stage is about the follow-up plan. In this stage, we will make a conjunction with other related boards, such as the National Disaster Management Board and the Public Health Services Center. So, this program will not end at the end of the Community Development Program implementation, but this program will work sustainably. because I believe that each community have their own cultural background in disaster. So here I propose you the specific curriculum. There are three kinds of curriculum. The first curriculum is about the basic curriculum on the basis of disaster preparedness. In this curriculum, the area is very prone to disaster, but they never disobeyed disaster before. But they have the other potential and the other resources that can be developed well to increase disaster or the society independently. And the second curriculum is about the medium curriculum on the basis of disaster preparedness. In this curriculum, the area is very prone to disaster and they ever disobey disaster and many people was die because of disaster. And the last curriculum is about the advanced curriculum on the basis of disaster preparedness. In this curriculum, the area is very prone to disaster and there are many people die because of disaster and the disaster make high economical losses. So in this curriculum, we are more focused on the disaster management and make a kind of plan, such as the personal plan, the family plan, the community plan to face the disaster. So, ladies and gentlemen, based on this systematically and realistically stage and with this specific curriculum, I believe that this program can improve disaster preparedness level in Indonesia society. Thank you very much.